Hello, welcome to Crabtree Hollow. I'm Paul Crabtree, and here today I want to just go over with you the steps to make a white wine glass. Here's one that I did a while back. I haven't quite finished it out yet, but this is typically not a bad one here. So what I've done, because a lot of people request a little more instruction on these things, is I've done about a page and a half of written instructions here, and I'm going to be posting them. I started off with a piece that's 4 by 4 by 10.5 inches, so I should come out with a cup or a glass someplace around here. This one's 9 inches. I'd like to leave a little bit on the bottom. I always like to make sure that I can cut a little off the top to make sure that I have a nice top on it too, or a rim. So I know I'm going to drill a hole 3.5 inches. What I need to do first is make sure I have a nice rim on this little guy. So there's going to be 3 points that I want to establish to give myself the necessary reference points. So I want to drill a hole 3.5 inches. That means I will come down here and make a line here at 3 3/4 reference. I also want to give myself a rim reference here, and also I'll come down say here. I think 2 inches is where I like it, and so we'll do another line here. Now this one is for the large part of the cup itself. This one will fit here. I need to take it down just a little bit, but I don't need to worry about that right now. That'll come down pretty much automatically. What I need to do is go to the rim and with my parting tool take it down to where I want it. And I again won't go all the way. I'll leave a little bit here for when I'm sculpting the cup. Then I'll have it a little better. What I want to do though is over here, I want to go in about halfway right here. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and set up my steady rest. When setting up the steady rest, I like to use the tailstock just to keep everything in place and all of that. And then when I pull the tailstock away, I can see if maybe I got one of my wheels a little bit tighter than the others. So I will take away some I'll take away a little bit of material on this side just so I can start sculpting the cup. I like to use the steady rest because I don't have to worry about taking it easy then on with my tools. But before I go too much further, I want to stop and dress up my end here, make a little dimple so I can get the drill bit in there and drill that 3.5 inch hole. I'll continue to sculpt the cup now. This is going to give me enough of an idea on hollowing this cup out now. It's also going to give me enough wood so I won't break anything. Okay, so I want to go down to probably about here. We'll put a mark here. I want to go someplace in there. So when I get finished, I still have a little bit of room in there to work as far as shaping up this cup right. I'll use an HK58A with a left-hand notch blade. The only reason why I'm using the HK58A is because it's handy. I could be using the 50A and 75A. Okay, I'll take this all the way down to where the hole is at the bottom. Just follow that hole down. Okay, now I need to know exactly how that hole is in reference to my mark here, and we'll find that out just real quick. Okay. Okay. I'm just a little, might be a 1/16 past my line that I put there. So you know what? That's really good. We will continue on. I'll put my caliper on here. and we'll cut this cup down to where it's supposed to be. Okay, we'll see what that looks like. Okay. All I have to do is blend in from here down to the bottom. I'll turn the lathe down to do this. Don't be afraid to turn the lathe down. Whatever you're taking away, take 50% of it away. Or maybe even less sometimes. You know, if you're not sure, the less sure you are of something, the less you take away. Now I can set the calipers up for in here, but I like to do the visual as far as blending in here, so I generally don't use them. Now I will take away my steady rest and start sculpting the jewels, the stem, and the bottom. Okay, we're up and running again. Have the steady rest back here. I put a little plug in here in the center hole so I can hold everything steady with the tailstock now. I will come down here and I'll take a little away from the bottom, but not much. The bottom has a mind of its own, and even on straight grain pieces, you just don't know how it's going to act. Okay? Don't know how the bottom will react to anything, you know, as we dry it out. It seems like it would just dry and be straight on a straight grain, but that's not always the truth. Okay, had to take a little break to sharpen my tools. Much better. Hanging right in there now. Now the stem's pretty rough, and that's okay right now because it'll sand real easy once it's dry, and so you don't have to get it perfect at this time. You do want to work on the jewel here. Same size. So, this should be a nice wine glass to drink from and to display. But that is, that's exactly there we go. And this is pretty much what you want when it's finished. You can always, lessen the stem height, things like that. You can make it a little bit higher here. Caution underneath. If you come in at too much of an angle, it's really hard to get it sanded down when you part it off of the lathe, part it off of this piece here. So come in at a pretty flat angle, a little concave, but not much. You can make this really as steep as you want. But here it is. And thank you, Paul Crabtree from Crabtree Hollow.